I don't know why I felt it necessary to use the Konami intro, but I will say it does resonate something within me that's just classic. Anyways, we're talking Stellar Blade here. Stellar Blade is just one of those games where it's been my favorite as far as a playthrough over the past year, and it's because there's vast exploration, the combat is fun and engaging, and sometimes can impose a serious challenge if you're not ready for it, but that's fine. Going back to the DLC, it's a tie-in with the mobile game, which I think is interesting, but it works in this medium because it is an action game. So I'm pretty sure it's also created by the same development team, which again, that's fine, you can self-promote, but they did a real good job. I've played this game that they are tying in, Nikkei Goddess of Victory, and it's fun game to pass out time. Like, it's not as in depth as Stellar Blade. Sure, there's a lot of story, there's a lot of things, but at the same time, Stellar Blade has a lot going on. There's a lot of moving parts. So it's nice to see that they were actually able to merge the two worlds and still make it feel cohesive enough that it makes sense. So the story is that they've landed here and they need Eve's help. They need her to complete different challenges, find certain items, fight a certain amount of enemies, and it's not a normal combat string. Let's just get that out of the way. They flipped the combat on its head, and I think that's why I enjoy this DLC the most, is because they've done something so vast, so different that it takes you out of the game that you know and changes it and flips the script, and it works. It actually still works. So you get a few quests throughout the wasteland and more add-on, I'm pretty sure, but I don't want to reveal all that, so I'm going to leave it ambiguous. I'm only going to talk about a certain few things and then a couple challenges that I imposed upon myself. One thing that I enjoy is that you actually traverse the world that you know to find these challenges, and upon completing these challenges you unlock bone wrenches, which you can use for a slew of cosmetic items, which I mean, that's something to fight for because they all look pretty dope, honestly. So I don't really have an issue with that. And also you have to make sure that you pet Volt for no reason in particular other than he's a good boy, so we got to do what we got to do. And these quests are like any other, where you can find them in the overworld. You find Volt looking up at these drones, you interact with the drone, and then that's when you get transported. So this is where the gameplay gets flipped on its head, and this is kind of like the meat and potatoes of the gameplay that they introduce with this DLC pack. And it plays and operates similarly to Nikkei Goddess of Victory. So if you are interested in the story and all that, this is basically what you're going to be playing. It's kind of like a cover shooter where you have to jump cover, but you have multiple allies that you just switch to rather than just Eve jumping from place to place. So you can jump from one character that might be a sniper, one character that may be a grenadier, one character that could be a rifleman. So there's a lot of things that are involved in that gameplay, but I love how they did it here, and I love how they kept it as solo Eve because it makes sense and it doesn't break continuity, and I think that it's fun with the introduction of burst moves as well. By implementing the burst moves, you really get a run for your money and really get thrown into the action with each move that you make. It's a lot of fun, and like I said before, and I think that it does turn the gaming on its heels, and you get neat little rewards for completing the boss of each area because there'll be different zones that you have to clear. So in this one we got the beret, and also you can find special items while fishing. Wait, no, not that. Okay, here it is. No, definitely not that. Okay, this might be it for real, for real. Alright, here it is. You can find different plushes, you can find different items like glasses, or even different things like a cassette tape. So can you find them all? And even while exploring the main area, you can find different pickups, different items, whatever you want to call it. It'll be different tracks for your camp, it can be sticker packs, it can be a lot of different things. I think a lot of time and care was put into this pack, and it shows. It shows in the end result. And also, there's special cutscenes. And these cutscenes will play out to where whatever creature you come across, you will unlock that sticker pack. That is, of course, after having to crazily chase it around and give it a thwack with the sword. So, I think it's really fun, and I know I keep saying that. I know I keep saying it's really fun, but I fucking love Stellar Blade, man. It's really good, and this is just like ramping it up. Now, as I said, I don't want to show every last bit and piece of this DLC because I do think that the fun in playing Stellar Blade is the exploration and actually getting to enjoy and immerse yourself in the experience. So I just kind of want to give it a prelude and give it its praises because I've enjoyed every last bit of it. Now, what I am going to do is, because I promised I would in my previous video, is that after this point, when I'm done talking, I'm going to show my challenge run that I did for one of the secret bosses. And the reason I'm going to do that is because it's static and you can just go to the boss rush menu and play this boss. It's considered one of like the most difficult bosses, and I did it no consumable run where there's no health consumables, no attack consumables, none of that. It's going to be strictly any type of healing that I would come from the exospine, the reflex exospine, where your parry would have a certain healing effect when you're at a certain HP and it's only a certain percentage. So I really wanted to do that and really wanted to get that going, and then after I let that play out, I'm going to go ahead and show each location for the cat photos and for the butterfly photos for Zion and Wasteland respectively. And I also wanted to do that because I didn't do that in my original playthrough, so I wanted to give extra heft to this video as well as doing what I promised, because I did promise that in my last video of when I mentioned the Stellar Blade DLC, and I ended up just playing the game for a bit. I said, well, in the next video I'll get more in depth and I'll get all the cat photos and all that. So here it is. I'm done talking. I'm gonna let the boss battle play out, and then also I'm going to show each location. So thank you for listening to me ramble. Thank you for listening to me, and I appreciate you all so much. Thank you all so much for watching this video and tuning into the channel, watching my shit posts or whatever. I appreciate all of you, and there's things coming. I'm working on stuff. A Devil May Cry reboot video where it's going to be about, is it that bad or is it just hated because it's not the same? But we'll get into that. We'll get into everything. So thank you all once again, and here is that footage.